the Lego Ninjago the Lego Ninjago movie is the third film in the Lego movie franchise that began with the Lego movie and then the Lego Batman movie that came out earlier this year, and is also based on the series of, I guess, it's the series of Lego Ninjago. That's a series on like a TV series, I think.
It's like a little cartoon show for kids that just came out. I don't know how old it is. I just know it's relatively new, and a lot of people around our age probably don't know much about it.
Well, your son knows it.
Yeah, we had to ask my son questions pretty bad. So
yeah. Well, this is basically the third film it's the second spin-off of the Lego movie, and this one has the voices of Dave Franco, Justin Theroux, Jackie Chan, Michael Pena, and among others. And in this movie, we feature the story involving this city called Ninjago, which is basically the equivalent of, like, I guess China or somewhere. Or I guess
Japan,
it's... Or Japan. Or,
I don't know. It really doesn't tell you, because it was Americans, Japan. It was like a city. It was a city of everybody.
Yeah.
It really did have a role. Now, the structure of the place looks like Tokyo.
That's what I was thinking of, Tokyo, yeah. And so this one deals with the residents there that are doing their everyday life and, living there. And then there's an evil villain called... Gargamon or something like that, who is voiced by Justin Theroux. And as you see in the trailers, it has a series. It has these ninja heroes that are having to stop him, who are students at this school, who basically, in a way similar to Power Rangers and like Captain Planet, they feature like their own colors of which they're ninjas that have like their own colors and elements. Yeah. Like one ninja you have is the green water, which is the I think the blue ninja, and then the ice ninja is the white ninja. Then you have like the red ninja is the fire ninja.
Which is funny because out of all of them, the ice white one is a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways...
And then you also have,
get the story of Gargamon, or whatever his name is. He pretty much been terrorizing this city for years.
Yeah, and then you get the main... Well, you also get the brown... I think it's the brown... Or it's the black ninja, who is like he's the earth. Yeah.
Rock.
He's got earth, and then you got... the white ninja, or the green ninja, who's Dave Franco's character, Lloyd. And so Lloyd... Yeah, Lloyd. Yeah. Who is basically, as you see in the trailers, he's the son of Gargamont. Yeah. And, I don't know if that's the name pronounced, because that sounds like the dude from Smurfs. So if I pronounced it wrong, sorry about that. But anyway, the main villain that is terrorizing the city, the whole storyline is basically Lloyd is trying to rebalance with his dad, because his dad's the bad guy.
And his dad's the bad guy, but he's trying to like live everyday life, and the city already knows that they're related, so they give him shit the whole movie.
It's and like, your dad's trying to kill us all the time.
It's pretty much so standard that pretty much he's got to find the way to stop his dad, but also at the same time he wants a father figure in his life.
Yeah, and also it also has to do somewhat of the team themselves having to work together to unite, basically. Yeah. So it's among that. So not really much to go into detail of the plot, because that's really much how it is.
It really is simple.
We also have the master of basically the ninjas, who the ninja master
plays the Splinter,
Mr. Wu, played by Jackie Chan, voiced by Jackie Chan,
which he's kind of like the Splinter equivalent.
Yeah. But anyway, I wasn't really looking for this movie, to be honest. Like I actually had not so much expectations compared to the other Lego films.
Because I kind of want to see it for its visuals, and because I've seen all the Lego movies in theaters, but I'm not familiar with Ninjago, so that was the other part that was kind of really throwing me out. I know about it, but I've never seen it.
I've never either. Now, the other two films, the Lego movie and the Lego Batman film, I actually really enjoyed. And
because you're looking for your superheroes. You knew the people, you knew the story.
Well, and because it was...
Like, I don't know,
Well, because, going back to the original Lego film, when it came out, it got to my attention the most because I grew up with Legos, and I liked the idea of bringing this world to life.
Yes, I did too, and I like the visually of what they do with it.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm looking forward to more in the future with these movies, is how they bring these kind of Legos to life and everything. Yep. So the other two I really enjoyed. but with this one, I was just kind of like, it could be fine, but it's probably just, it's probably not for me. But it's probably not going to appeal to me as much as the other two. So I go into this just basically just low expectations, and after watching it, I can say that it was about what I expected.
Yeah, it's very standard. It's probably the standard. It's my least like out of the 3 Lego movies.
Yeah.
It ended up being very standard. It's not horrible. It's cool to own, probably in a collection for kids. And I mean, it was a good it was a cool watch, but yeah, it was pretty much just really standard.
Yeah, it's a lot of been there, done that. It didn't like click to me as much as like the other 2 films did.
Yeah.
Now I will to basically get out my pros. I like the visual look of the city and everything, the way that the world is set up and all that, and I like the I liked the villain. I thought it was cool how he's basically the equivalent of Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
Oh, and just so you know, that these movies are satire-ish. They make fun of themselves. Yeah. So all this Ninjago, from what I asked my son and what I've looked up, is a serious animated show, kind of. So the way the Gargamot boss dude, he's not doing this in the TV show, so that's to be expected with the Legos, because they're not trying to be like, they take the comedy aspect and make it fun and funny.
That's what I figured.
I agree with him. My pros, the city looks beautiful. The visually it looks great. It looks really great. I also like the whole opening where it made it all Japanese.
I like the throwbacks they do to like the old martial arts films and the movies from Hong Kong and all that. Like you even get little clips of like movies from Hong Kong. Especially at one instance, you can see a clip of Bruce Lee playing as well. Yeah, which is cool.
I do like the whole opening. That I also love Jackie Chan in this.
Jackie Chan to me is steals every scene. Like he is definitely the one that has like the best comedy parts. He has a lot of great charm to his character, and he's the wise old man who is teaching them how to basically find themselves with the elements and all that.
He does in a lot of his.
It's basically
like Karate Kid.
Yeah, it's basically like the Lego version of when he was off of Karate Kid.
Yeah, and I enjoyed that. But this is also the first Lego movie to portray humans.
Yeah,
live action people.
Well, the first one did that.
I forgot the first one.
Yeah, the first one did that as well.
But this one does it, but then it does it where it's like
a bookend. It's like a bookend kind of speak. But I'm not going to go into detail. But there's also a part that is also live action that we won't spoil. But it's definitely something different that I've seen.
Yeah, it was different. It was kind of awkward to be per se,
Yeah.
Say.
But I can also say that I enjoyed some of the humor throughout. I thought it was fun with the whole banter back and forth.
Yeah, I did chuckle a lot in this one, and to me, it felt like there were some lines they actually took that were pretty funny from previous movies, like the Last Action Hero, where he's like, 3 days till retirement. Yeah. And then this one, that dude goes, 1 day until retirement. And actually, boom.
Or like the part where Jackie Chan is like, his Mr. Wu is fighting all these guys, like, or he says something about I'm here to kick butt and or drink water and kick butt, and I'm all out of water.
No, he said something else, but you get the
whole They Live reference.
Yeah,
but this one does have some little charming moments, and I will say that it is enjoyable. I think for a lot of kids, especially if your kids like the Ninjago franchise. Yeah. I'm not sure how close it is to like the TV series or whatever. Like how I guess it's like a kind of simplified version of that.
Well, from what I do remember, there's only one thing I know about the TV series is they did do the where they did the whole like fire, and then it shows them doing that fast old school cartoon thing where it kind of shows them turning and it's all red, and that's the fire dude. Yeah, they do that in the TV show. I mean, the little basic stuff, but I like you gotta also think that they're not trying to be too serious with it, so we can't really compare.
It's basically
because in Lego Batman, Joker's actually pretty like trying to be emotional and funny and cool with Batman, so it's like not being serious. So.
Yeah, and this one I do like some of the satire parts they use, like. That was kind of clever in some parts that I thought was pretty funny. And then I also enjoyed there are a couple of touchy moments I didn't mind too that got to me that I thought was good. But now this is kind of where I get to my cons. Yeah, so
cons.
I will say that while the film is fine, if you like some of the other ones, I feel like the film doesn't have the story as gripped me like the other two films did.
Yeah, this
And
movie doesn't
like
have much of a story. It has, you're basically, you fill in, I gotta go defeat the villain.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not much of a structure.
It's been there, done that, because the whole father-son thing, we've seen too much in a lot of other movies.
Yeah.
The whole, bad guy basically finding himself. It's basically the same kind of things we've seen before.
Not to mention, this is a pretty big place where they have jungles, forests, mountains, everything in it. I was a little disappointed that when they finally leave the city and you get to see more, and I thought they were going to kind of do like a Indiana Jones kind of approach, like a real big journey getting there. They got there too quick. And
it felt
rushed. They rushed right to it.
Yeah, this one I felt like if they could have made it a little longer, like it could have maybe pick some more of it up.
Like for people who ain't experienced, and we were told that the land out there is so dangerous, no one's ever survived it. They survived it pretty fast.
Yeah, and another thing I had issue too was that the characters themselves, the ninjas, I did feel like again like we didn't really. They didn't. I mean, they had their own unique style elements and stuff, but on a story perspective, I felt like even though it's a comedy, we didn't really get to see much of variety with them. Most of the movie is focused on Lloyd, and the voice by Dave Franco. And at first, for a while, I wasn't really digging him too much because I actually kind of found him annoying in some parts.
Yeah.
And then when the film kind of went on longer, I was like, okay, when
the first 30 minutes of it, when it felt like they rehashed where Gargamont guy kept coming the same way and doing the same way, I felt like they kept rehashing the same
They
scene
do that
again.
a couple times this movie a lot.
Yeah.
Like, they'll be doing the same scene, like the whole, the Bruce Lee clip and all that. They kind of do that in some parts.
All right, another con I have, even though some of the comedy I did chuckle on, there were some where they run with the same joke too long.
Yeah.
And it felt like they were going, I was like, okay, can we get this joke over with? You know, there was a couple times they did
it feels like it was just a lot of stuff that there are jokes too that you can kind of see coming a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, so they didn't really have like any payoff, or a punchline for me.
I think pretty much the problem with the film is just basically, really, it's so standard, they don't really bring nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing really really surprising with this type, and not just that. I feel like even though I like the world, I did feel like they didn't, like you were just saying, they didn't really do much with it. I thought maybe we could have seen more satire approach, maybe like punch it up a little more, because it feels like the script didn't really have like much like the other two films did.
Yeah,
I could probably collect it sometime as a part of my collector's edition of Lego films, but it's something that's really appeals to more.
What do you thought about that where they kind of do like a commercial approach where they did that, where the guy kept doing that same joke, the ultimate, and then he would go in like weird human forms.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's where the whole Bruce Lee clip came and all that. I actually thought that was funny, but they kind of did it. They did it another time. I was kind of like, it's the same thing, so they didn't really do much with it. Yeah,
this film has a lot of problems with rehashing that same scene over and over. Yeah.
Like, they not just that, but they do other scenes that do it like twice. It's like, it's not really paying off for me. Yeah. So it was funny the first time, but they did it again and just didn't really have anything, So,
and then I did like how Jackie Chan, one of my other pros earlier, was where he kept doing the music with his little two. He did
Fight
classic.
The power.
He did. Jackie Chan, Jackie Chan. He's done some funny stuff, but this one, he really was busting out jokes. I've never seen him do that.
Well, I mean, I have. It's just, it's been a long time since we've seen him, since I've seen him like any really comedies that are mainstream. The last time that I seen him anything really big that was a comedy was probably Rush Hour 3.
Yeah.
That was really the last thing that was big that I saw. But overall though, that's really all I've got. Like, there's more I could go into, but I don't really have much to go along with the rest of this review.
Oh, yeah, here's what my other con was. And I had a problem with Batman on this one too.
The 3D.
This were these films, they promote their 3D, and their 3D is not used hardly ever in this film.
There are a few pop-up moments that are pretty cool, like the opening.
Batman promoted 3D like a motherfucker, and seriously, there was like maybe 10 minutes of pop-out scenes, if that.
Yeah, it didn't use it to its advantage.
Come on, you guys, this is Legos. You know what you could do with that? Especially whenever they break it in a million pieces and they can fly out. Yeah. And they don't even do that much with Legos.
They do it on a few battle scenes, but other than that, like, and that's another thing too, like we were kind of saying, the battle scenes, the action scenes that take place, I wasn't really feeling the vibe with. I was just kind of like, they're just there, so to speak. So I didn't really feel invested as like like throughout the movie.
Okay, so yeah, pretty much this is like it's cool to own, and it's for kids mostly, but there ain't much really to say. I'm gonna give this film a 5.5 out of 10.
I'm the same way. I had issues with the 3D. I felt like there was they could have had more like coming out because it's more brighter in this one than the other films.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm gonna give this a 5.5 out of 10 as well. But for those of you who do like it, you know, I do, you know, feel free to check it out if you like it. But let us know in the comments below on what you thought of it, and if you like what you see here, you can feel free to check out our other reviews here on our channel, and feel free to like and subscribe as well, and we'll be seeing you in our next review. We'll see you later.